And my focus, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that I've personally had to deal with recently, and I don't want it to seem like too serious of a topic because it's not really a serious topic, but at the same time, it's like a topic that needs to be talked about. I think this personally has affected me as far as YouTube wise, and it didn't really. I've heard it all my life, but it didn't really like stick with me until the other day. And I'll explain that in a few. But the main point, my opening point, is it's okay to fail. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to have a goal and not reach it yet. Let's talk about that. Alright, so the other day in my speech class that I'm taking this semester, I knew what I wanted to talk about. It was the topic of the speech was an object as a metaphor. Now, in simpler terms, basically you take an object and describe how it represents you in two different ways. And so my automatic go-to, or not necessarily go-to, but the first thing that popped up to me was my camera. Because in two ways, it does represent me. The ability to change lenses, the ability to change lenses and to get multiple perspectives with that represented the way how I can look at situations or I can look at things and have several perspectives about them, not just my own, looking at it like with several points of view. And the second way was the ability that with the camera you can see something in a certain way, and with the camera you can use it to get that perspective in almost in a physical form, like with a photo. Like if I see something a certain way, I can fine-tune things on the camera in order to translate that perspective so others can see it. And that represents the way I love sharing my point of view about things I've learned, my stories, my points of view. And I'm a very outgoing person. If you didn't know that by now, just watch my vlogs, and you'll come to realize that pretty quick. I'm a very outgoing person. I have little to no glossophobia in my body. However, it was our first speech of the semester. This was Tuesday, by the way. I was the last one to go up, and the entire time I felt my heart racing, and I felt genuinely nervous. And that deeply bothered me. The entire time I was sitting there, I was thinking to myself, why am I nervous? I've done this hundreds of times. Well, I wouldn't say hundreds, but I've publicly spoke a lot, like in front of groups of people, whether it be back when I was in high school, whether it be after that, presenting things. I mean, I talked about one of my most popular videos, Stop Being Boring, about how to do better whenever you're talking about things. And yet, when I got up there, I was holding my camera whenever I was doing my speech, and I could feel my hands shaking, and I could feel my heart racing, and I was genuinely nervous, and I have no idea why. That's okay. Now, to begin with, I was very frustrated with myself because I was thinking, I've done this. Why was I nervous? I mean, I didn't flop. I made a 95 out of 100 on the speech. But it genuinely bothered me that I was that nervous. I guess I'm being really hard on myself. But for me, that was a bit of a failure in a way. Because I'm known for being like very, very outward spoken and not being nervous with those kinds of things. But I did get nervous. It bothered me, and so in a way I see that as a failure. I don't get nervous with those sorts of things. Not anymore, not nowadays. But it brought up a good, like, in hindsight, looking back on it, and thinking to me on YouTube, it brought up a good point to me, that it's okay to fail. Just an example of that, the entire week of Florida, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be uploading more. I'm gonna be doing more. I'm gonna be uploading more. I'm gonna be doing all like different things every other day. Yeah, but I didn't. It actually took almost 2 weeks for me to get another vlog out, and it wasn't even one of me really being back. It was the one I should have uploaded the day I got back from Florida, but I didn't, and that's okay, because if you succeed at everything every time, then you never really learn anything. For me, it was like this, both the speech and not uploading for almost 2 weeks was a really strong message for myself, and it's something that I want to share with y'all. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to set goals and not achieve them right away. I have another speech that I got to do in less than a week. I don't know if I'm personally going to, if I'm going to be nervous. I feel like I'm going to be, but that's okay. I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to get better. Just like with YouTube, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get in the groove. I'm going to find time. And that's why I'm making this video right now. I didn't know if I was going to today, but I said I was going to do something. I failed at it, but I'm going to try again, because that's all we can do. Whenever we don't succeed at something, we just try again and do better. Not always doing perfect on things. It's perfectly fine. It's part of learning. It's part of life. But anyways, I'm sorry. I don't mean to seem, I just realized this entire time my tone has been like so serious, which is odd for me. I'm not a very serious person. I mean, when I need to be serious, I can. If I can help it, I try not to be serious. Life's too short to be serious all the time. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something out of this. If you did, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that little bell so you know when I upload next. Thank you so much for watching. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.